Recently, I just graduated from my master's degree, and now I want to dedicate myself to produce more and better content and start to actually earn some money out of it. If you're like me and want to start your content creator career, come with me to build the media kit you need. So, if you want to start your content career journey, you need a media kit, and I really need mine. I have been procrastinating doing this. Let's fight for our dreams and take a big step together. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Tita and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a social media and content creator, and now I'm going to be doing this video to help you guys and also to help me as well. First of all, if you are a content creator, influencer, or social media enthusiast and don't know what a media kit is, let me briefly explain to you. A media kit, it is a document that you send to brands, either because they asked you or because you want to work with them. It is a document that highlights your insights, your information, and as well as the content you are producing. Since it can work as like the first impression that brands have about you, it is a big deal. And so I gather some advices, and this is what you should take into consideration when building your media kit. At least that's what I'm going to be doing. I decided to share. First of all, make it clear and clean, which means don't just put there a lot of information, a lot of details, because they won't read it. These media kits is supposed to be something more visual than written, so try to focus on gathering data through, I don't know, graphs or some designed numbers, something that will catch the attention and not, not catch the attention. Make it accessible and straight to the point, basically, because this will give the brand a clear vision of you, of who are they going to work with, if you are fitted or not for the brand, clear mission of your vision, passions, and projects. So just go straight to the point. Obviously, make it look good. I've seen a lot of media kits that are not particularly taking design as a huge factor, but if you do a media kit that looks good, even though other media kit that doesn't look as good has the same or more experience, if yours just has design in mind, brands will more likely to choose you rather than an ugly one. So be attentive to that, be more professional, since it is, as I said previously, the first impression that brands may have of you. So just be more intentional and just do things well. Don't make it too long. I feel like I've mentioned this, but I can't stress enough how important it is, because if you send a document with 6, 7, 8, 10 pages, no one's going to read it. So try to minimalize the information that you have. Try to design it well in order to fit everything into 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. Don't make it too long. As a beginner creator in this brand creator relationship, one of the biggest questions that came up to me was, what goes into a media kit? First of all, your bio. Your bio should be short and sweet with some little information about you, your mission, your passions. You can also mention a little bit about your audience and your purpose, but it's a bio that's supposed to give the brand an insight of who you are as a person and as a creator, besides all the numbers that you are going to present later on. Of course, it has to have a photo of you. These can be either a very professional, well-taken photo of you, for instance, doing something, or CV style, or it can either be a silly selfie, for instance, something that truly represents you, but always take in consideration that's going to be one of the first impressions that brand will have about you, so try to make it as most of you as possible. Then a media kit comes down to numbers and your portfolio. So you want to present your stats on your social media platform. For instance, the number of followers would be a great thing to add, the weekly and monthly impressions, your engagement rate, your reach rate, and then you want to add some demographics about your audience and some other specific statistics that talks about your audience, because the brand needs to know who do you talk to, who is your audience, your target, in order to see if it is or it isn't fitted to the brand's partnership that you want to have. A media kit should include all your platforms that you work for, or for instance, if you want to specifically just work with these brand on your YouTube channel, just use the YouTube channel statistics. But yeah, it should include all the other platforms that you work for and work with, because that way will give the brand another perspective. Like, you're not only focusing on Instagram, you're not only focusing on YouTube. It just gives the perspective that they can, for instance, buy a bundle and you can mention them on your YouTube channel, but then you can do also a post on your Instagram feed. Give the brand a sense that you have more to offer and that they can reach a higher audience with just one creator. If you do have a blog or website, you should include that in your media kit. Right now, for me, a website is a long-term goal, but for you, if you have one already, you should include that on your media kit as well. Then you should include the most appreciated and the best work you've ever done, the one that is the best one with the best quality and the most appreciated. You should include that and just have it like highlighted. Of course, you should express the services that you offer so the brand can really knows what and work with. As I said previously, maybe you can offer a bundle of an Instagram post or reels and a story, or a YouTube mention and a story, for instance. So there's a lot to work with, and you should include that into your media kit just so the brand can really knows what you offer and if it is not, or if it is, fitted for their partnership. Then, of course, include work that you have done. If you have done work, include that. Some UGC portfolio or influencer portfolio, it's great. In this video, I'll be doing my UGC portfolio within the media kit as well, because I've done some work and I want to include that. If you don't have already work that you've done, for instance, if you haven't worked with other brands in the past, just fake it till you make it, that expression, use it. For instance, pick up a cup of coffee and do a very well produced video around these, or I don't know, about some other product or other activity. Maybe you go to an event, just produce content. So for instance, I've worked with Bolt and Bolt Food, so I will include those two into this part because it is very well known. It is something that will give me credibility as a creator, and so that's something that I want to include in order for other brands to see that I can produce content for a very valuable brand, for instance. So you should include the top 3 contents that you've done, best contents that you've done, and mention the partnership. Then, very important, you can also ask for testimonials. So whenever you're working with a brand and you're finishing a deal, you send all the assets to the brand, you then asked for feedback. And these you must include in your media kit if you have it, because it will just once again give more credibility, will give you a more sense of like how do you work in this UGC influencer type of career. Will just give more knowledge to the brand and will give more to the brand and more confidence to the brand that they can work with you. But if you don't have testimonials yet because you haven't worked with the brand, that's okay, you should just skip this part. Then this is not testimonials, but it's some sort of feedback. If you have amazing comments, amazing engagement, you can always just highlight that in your media kit. For instance, a person just goes to your profile, sees a video and comments, "Best video I've ever seen," or "I love your type of content, very inspiring," something like that. You should screenshot those comments and just highlight them on your media kit. Will give also the brand a sense that they can trust you, your audience loves you, and that you are just a great person to work with because you can transmit the values that they want to portray, Okay, so now we are going to a touchy subject. The pricing. Not everyone likes to talk about the pricing, and honestly for me, I don't like to talk about the pricing specifically because of the UGC content, just because sometimes you really want to work with a brand and you are willing to lower your prices in order to work with that brand. That's why I don't really like to share the prices in terms of these, because you can always change, you're always evolving, and the prices of UGC or influencers should always increase whenever we are talking about getting more experiences or time or better content. So the prices are something very unstable, and so that's why I advise you not to share your prices, at least publicly. Then on the email you can just negotiate it. And the last information that I advise you to put into your media kit is your contact information. This should be an information that goes either on your header or footer. You should always have that in all pages, even if it's your email, WhatsApp, something that people can really just take it, reach you very quickly, just get in touch. So I advise you to do that and to be something very present. So now let's move on to the best part, my best part, which is the design. After knowing what you should include in your media kit, it's time to actually do it. And for these, I'm going to use two tools, ChatGPT, in order for me to create better copying if needed, and also Canva in order to build the actual media kit. One question that I get a lot is, because I'm a designer, why do I use Canva for everything? First of all, I love Canva. I think it is great to have such an accessible tool and a tool that works within all your devices anytime you want. So yes, I love it. And second of all, this is a video for beginners, and so in order to create design content, usually beginner creators don't have money to invest in other types of softwares that are a little bit more pricey. For instance, I do have Illustrator and Premiere Pro and After Effects and all of that, and it's very expensive. And so I also want to help you to discover some free apps that really help you on this content creator career. So that's why I'm going to be using Canva. And if you are willing to use Canva as well and you don't understand anything about design, Canva actually has a lot of templates for you, free to use. The only advice that I would give you as a designer is try to play around just so it can feel a little bit more like you, like your personality, and not just a free template. Try to personalize it a little bit more to your liking, and that really portrays who you are as a creator. Another reason why I'm using Canva, it's because I really want to do a scrolling website, and I'll show you how to do it in a second. Not only having this scrolling website, it is very easy to share. You can just copy the link and send to whoever you want, but it is also very responsive, and then you can just easily update it. This is the most important part. So you don't just have a lot of PDF files, you can just copy the link and paste it wherever you want, and whoever has that link, it's always with the updated version. I just talked so much and I'm sorry, but I'm trying to give you all the information that I could just gather and think of for this video to be as informative as it can be. But if you have any doubts, just comment down below. Now I'll shut up and I have to design my own media kit. I'll see you in a second. Let's go. First of all, you can find the insights and all the metrics that I mentioned in the analytics of each platform that you use. And then there's ways to calculate, for instance, the engagement rate. Whenever you're doing your media kit and you want to have videos, for instance, try to make the animations of the videos for them not to start at the same time with audio. Whenever a brand is just receiving the PDF or the link, all the videos starting at the same time, that would be very chaotic. This is my media kit. I am very proud of it. I do not have the best statistics, I know, but that's something that I'm going to work on. I just really wanted to have a document to start off. I'm very excited to see how by the end of the year the media kit will look like, how different or how the same. There are two ways. First of all, you go on Canva and then you can select a website and start to build on that specific document, or you can go on Canva and specifically select Media Kit, which will open an A4 document. I've done both ways, so it's really just up to you, but if you clicked on the A4 document, all you have to do to share it as a scrolling website is to go on Share, and then here where it says More, and click on the website. Here on the web style, you click on scrolling and then open website. It will generate a website. You have the website's link as well. You can also animate every single thing on Canva for free, so feel free to do some animations to keep the website more interesting, but don't overdo it. But then if you selected the website itself, you can just publish website and then your website will be available for everyone. There are a lot of more specifics that you can have if you specifically choose to build a website. As I previously mentioned, this is my media kit and I'm very happy about it. Let me know if you have any doubts, any questions that you might have regarding this topic, and also any suggestions, as this is me sharing my journey, sharing my own reality and experience as a content creator. I love to learn and I'm always learning. So if you have anything to add to this video, and to the community, please comment down below. That would be very much appreciated. You can just export it also to PDF in order for you to have an offline version that always works. Now you just need to select the brands that you want to work with and send them your media kit, and hopefully get the influencer or UGC jobs that you really want. And yeah, I'm very happy. I'm rooting for you, and I really hope you have just a great time creating content. I know you'll be successful, and if you're watching this video, this is a very important step in order to do so. So I'm very excited. I'm happy, and I can't wait to see what you will be doing. So if you want to, you can comment down below your social media platforms in order for us to just, you know, exchange these kindness and these motivation. And if you want to, you can check out my social media's platforms as well. I really hope you liked this video. I know I loved it. I loved doing it, and I just want to put myself out there since I already graduated, and I want to take more seriously content creation since it is my true passion. Very excited to see what you can create and the opportunities that you can come up with. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe down below. That would be very much appreciated. I love you so much, and I shall see you next week. Stay creative and stay happy. Bye!